This is what I was going to spring on you. I've seen this done, and I'm guilty of this. You know how they say kids, they're like, oh, soft and entitled and all that stuff?
Yes. You say that.
I do say that. I say they're soft and they're entitled and all those things. I mean,
It's one of the joys of getting older, I feel like.
you get to say that?
Yeah, as you get older, no matter what, the next generation below you is soft, entitled.
Yeah, it's expected as you age to say that about the succeeding generation.
But I believe that we do get softer with each passing generation simply because technology is better. It's easier to sit, it's just easier to be soft.
Sure.
I mean, in the 1800s, you got to get up and, slaughter a cow, I think.
Yeah.
I skipped a lot of that in history.
I mean, you might have
but I definitely think I was born in the right time.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm soft too. I'm soft.
Yeah, like I would have never...
As soft as I am, my son is softer. And I think that just comes along with, well, you want to do better for your kids than your parents did for you.
Every family's dream, right?
Yeah.
It is, but when you do that, you bring on a certain softness. I will say this, there's a guy today, this goes along with the hero girl that saved her younger brother with the Heimlich maneuver. Now there are a couple of teenagers in Kansas who are being called heroes, and they're teens also. They were driving down the road and saw a guy swerving and about to go off the road, and they passed him and stopped his vehicle before it could come off the road with their own. They were able to stop it by letting him bounce into them, which is really impressive. The guy inside the vehicle was named Norman Staller. He was having a low blood sugar bout and was passing out in the driver's seat. And they're saying that the 19-year-old and 15-year-old who were in the car were heroes on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
This is the guy who said, hey, there are really good young people out there these days.
Ended up in the ditch. The young couple that stopped to help me, they were talking to me, and I could hear the voice, but I couldn't really react to it. If they wouldn't have stopped, I don't know if anybody would have known and had called 911 and reported it. And when you get it low like that, a lot of bad things can happen. It just shows you that the younger generation, there definitely are some good ones out there, there's no doubt, that take responsibility and do what they're supposed to do.
If you listen carefully in the background, you can hear cows being slaughtered.
Yes, you can. So you can, maybe that's why I like those good Midwestern meals.
Yeah.
That's the heartland.
Corn-fed.
You've got to, you're corn-fed, you slaughter a cow.
Slaughter cow.
Yeah, you slaughter a cow.
This may be kind of not to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm sure their vehicle sustained some damage.
It did.
That's not an accident. That was intentional.
No, they did it on purpose. That's right.
Who pays for the damage?
Well, let's ask our attorney that. Now, there's a good question.
I mean, whose insurance covers it?
Mm-hmm. You're a hero.
Hero policy or low sugar policy?
But I bet if you went to your insurance and said, I saved someone's life by doing this, your insurance would say, yeah, but not covered.
I bet low sugar guy will pay for it because
I can see that. I would
hope so.
See how thankful he was.
Yes.
And the cop on the scene said it would have been a terrible accident had they not slowed him down. He still veered off into the ditch, but he would have hit it at a much higher rate of speed and probably would have flipped over and it would have been terrible.
Would your son have had the wherewithal to do that? And he's a year older than the driver in this case.
100% no.
Do you think he would be fearful of you yelling at him for damaging his vehicle?
100% yes.
And you would have.
Yes.
And his mother.
You would have yelled at him even if he were a hero. If he was a hero, I mean.
He said something to my wife this weekend. She was walking him through some sort of online, something. She so often does. I was listening to this on the phone. And she was saying, well, this and that and do this. And he's like, I've got it. And she's like, I don't think you've got it. And he goes, Mom, no offense, but I'm not as dumb as you think I am. And both of us are like, yeah.
The words hung in the air for an instant.
You are.
Come on. Yeah, you are.
I mean, he's working hard.
I know.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Come on now. We're walking you through these things. Well, this is exactly my point.
Did he drop his class? He got that class dropped?
He dropped that class.
Okay.
And that was
no penalty?
No penalty, but he was trying to take 16 hours and now he's only getting 13. That was the fault of the advisor who told him he had to take the class and now later has told him he hadn't, but it's too late to do anything about it. Really upset Dad because Dad pays for the classes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the other day, you and I were at that event at the utilities place. Okay. And I just noticed our promotions assistant, Brad, doing this. Now, I do this too, but kids come up and spin our prize wheel. And they are 5 years old, 6 years old, whatever. And they're spinning it. And as soon as they would spin it, our promotions man, Brad, would go, great job. Oh my gosh, that's such a good job. And then when they lose, we hand them a sticker or whatever and go, oh, you're a winner, you know. So it's like at 5 or 6 years old, everything you do is great job, great job, great job. All he did is spin a wheel. Yeah, ain't that much. So I'm thinking, why we overly praise for really doing nothing. And then when they become 14 and they're not validated on every little thing they do, we say, oh, you're a spoiled kid. You know, we praise them all the way through.
My God, you're ready for Facebook. You can get on there now.
It just dawned on me.
Man, I'm tired of these 5-year-olds. You raise them up.
Well, some of them have barely any arm strength, and I think that's part of it. They can barely reach the table, barely spin the wheel without getting their fingers caught up in the sharp metal teeth.
Fact.
When I was 5, I was slaughtering cows.
Yes. But I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming us. But I mean, I've done it a million times too. Any 7-year-old that comes up and gives it a good spin, I'll say, man, that's a great spin. I mean, really, it's spinning a wheel. Why do we overpraise for doing just the littlest of tasks and then wonder when they're 15 why they are, you know, considered soft and you're not praising me? We praise them for everything until, you know, and then when we don't, it's like, oh, no.
I don't think that's as much now as, you know, I'm more looking at the things where like everybody gets a trophy type thing.
Again, same thing.
But yeah, but I think it's okay to praise the kid at the wheel. Say, hey, good job, spin, buddy. That's different to me than you know, we don't have first, second, third place anymore.
What you do, if you can say good job, if you really accomplished something. I mean, if you've tied your shoes for the first time ever, you say, great job. You've learned how to tie your shoes. There is nothing. It takes nothing to spin that wheel. So it's like, why praise them? And it's to me, it's the exact same thing as the everybody gets a trophy, which, of course, parents have been railing against forever. I railed against that until what? I became a parent. And then we gave everybody a trophy. You know, everybody got the trophy, and I'm sure that's the reason. I should get on Facebook and do some of these.
Yeah, you're ready.
God, you're ready now.
You've earned your wings.
That's where I need to be. Exactly.
That should be like the Facebook test. The first time you're like, you know, daggone kids, and then you just hear a door open.
You know, it's like I did that. They called me Coach Good Job when I was coaching my son's little league team. You know, if somebody would do just the littlest thing, I'd say, good job. Well, really, was it? You know, was it really that
Well, and
good?
some is just adults because you don't know what to do.
I know.
Well, I mean, it's part of it is the pendulum is swung in the other direction from the hard ass coaches of of myth.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you don't want to discourage a kid from trying to play the game. You want the kids to want to come back, try to get better.
Yeah, then you
I'm sure that's part of it. You don't want to be the hardos, and you can't. What are you doing, kid? Get off the field.
Well, I used to get that. Man, I was so scared of some of my coaches when I was in Little League. One guy in particular would get right up in my face. I just couldn't stand it, you know. But now today, I think they would say, "Well, my son doesn't respond to that," you know. So it's got.
Oh yeah, you'd be the one. If you got in a kid's face today, you'd be on the news and you'd be the bad guy.
It has completely changed.
Yeah.
But when Brad was talking, Brad's pretty loud, and he'd go, "Good job," and I think to myself, that wasn't that good a job.
Pipe down.
All he did is spin a wheel. Are we celebrating the least little thing? You know, is what we celebrate.
This guy hates kids.
Well, I can't argue that.
This guy hates kids over here at the wheel.
All right, fine. I'll wear that badge. I don't love kids when they come over. One little girl on Saturday was at a motorcycle event. She spun the wheel 3 times. You're not supposed to get one.
Oh yeah.
How'd she get past you?
Well, on the second one, I said, I'm going to give you a second spin just because you're young and whatever. Go ahead. And the third time she came up, I said, sister, this ain't happening anymore. And she spun it anyway. I said, whatever that lands on, I'm not giving it to you.
The spin is null.
As
and
it was
void.
spinning, I would say, the spin is null. The spin is null.
My daddy owns this place. Oh, spin away.
So go ahead.
What size shirt?
Oh yeah, here.